Hey gamers, today we're going to go back to vintage games and we're going to look at a game from the 70s. The game is called Tank Battle. Let's check it out. Alright, so here's a look at the board, and as you can see we have tanks just randomly set out. We have HQs, these are fuel dumps here, and over here is the ammo. And what you'll do when you place these out, you're going to place them out on different squares. Now, this is green's line, this is brown's line, and the only rule is you cannot have two installations on the same row. So I couldn't put all three of these in the back. That would be illegal. I had to put them 1, 2, and 3 or something like that. You also have artillery guns, anti-artillery tank guns, and they will go variously throughout the board. Again, you cannot place any past this line here. And of course, both tanks start at their end. Now, each tank does have a little number by it. If you see, it's 1 through 6, and that will come in later on in the game. I'll explain what that means. What you do is you start off with 6 moves each. Each tank group gets 6 moves, and they can divide that out. They can give each one 1 move, or one tank up to 3 moves. No tank may move over 3 moves unless they are the only tank left in the game. In that case, they can move however many moves are allowed. Now, before the game starts, there are a bunch of numbers on this one, numbered all the way from 1 to 100. 1 is over there, 100 over here. And what both teams will do is they'll write on paper where their landmine is. See, they're going to put a landmine on their side for the opposing tank to run over. Now, if that tank stops, they have to stop their movement on that landmine. If they do, they reveal the piece of paper and say, yeah, you stepped on my landmine, and that blows up the tank. Another thing they have to do, after the first turn, when both tanks have moved, the second turn and then going thereafter, the game changes. What happens is you have this. It has 1 through 100, basically the whole field. Now, what you'll use for that board is red pegs for your tanks. You have 6 pegs starting off with the 6 tanks you have. And you'll always have 6 pegs unless something bad happens on the field. I'll get to that later. These white pegs are for your anti-tank guns. Now, the difference between the red and the white ones, you can only use the white ones once per game. So once you use one, it is out of the game. You can use them all on one round, but then you won't have any more. Also, don't save these, because if the opposition destroys one of your anti-tank guns and you haven't used any of these, it automatically takes a shot away from you. So these are a one-time use only. You have to announce when you are using them in the round. Now, as I said, you'll put these pegs on this board before the other person makes their move. And if they end their turn on the number that you guessed they would, you show them your thing and you blew up that tank. Let's explain how tanks move, because this is a good time. Tanks can move forward, they can move to the side, they may never move backward. No tank can move backward unless a tank reaches the end of the opposition. So it's just like checkers. So let's say that one of the brown tanks came all the way and made it to the end of this one. Well, what they're going to get is a little flag. I'm going to stick the little flag on their tank, and that means they are a command tank. And a command tank can go backwards, unlike all the other ones. So then, just like checkers, they'd go backwards, forwards, whatever. But that's the kind of special they get if they go all the way to the opposition's end. Now, what you're trying to do, of course, you're trying to eliminate the opposition tanks. But you can also want to take out their guns, which if a gun comes across a tank, let's say there's a gun here and a tank here, how that battle would go is the man with the anti-tank, they have to spin this wheel. If it hits here, the tank's destroyed. Anywhere else, the gun's destroyed. So the gun was destroyed. Very hard to destroy a tank, but there is a slight chance. So what these anti-tank guns do is they will hinder other tanks. Every once in a while, you may blow up a tank with one. We've done it every once in a while, but that's what they're there for, is a Hendron. Now, if they still have some moves after that they need to do, they have to do the confrontation first. They can't just go 1, 2, 3, ha, ha, ha. No, they have to 1, fight, and then if they've eliminated them, 2 and 3. That's how it would work. Now, as you see, we have the headquarters, the ammo, and the fuel dump. So why would they need to run over these? If a tank gets to here, they can just run over it. Now, when they do that, bad things happen to the opposition. For instance, if I got rid of your HQ, then that hidden landmine that you had on your side of the field, it's gone. I don't have to worry about it because I took out your headquarters. If I take out your ammo, you have actually as many shots as you have tanks. So this is very bad. You don't want to take out your ammo. And then the fuel dump drops your movement, total movement, from 6 moves to 4 moves. So if they get any one of these, that is a bad thing. So you want to protect them, maybe with anti-tank guns, of course with your other tanks. Now the last type of battle is a tank-on-tank battle. Remember I told you about those numbers on the back? Well, this is why it matters, because when a tank goes against tank, of course you can't see, the opposition can't see your number. So what we do is we turn around, oh, and it was a tie. If it was a tie, both of them would die. But let's say he got this one. Okay, 5 and 1, 5 beats 1, and so this tank is gone. And that's how those tank battles would concur. So, like I said, the first player to eliminate the opposition's tanks, all 6 of them, wins the game. And that is tank battle. All right, so tank battle. Final thoughts. What do I think? You know what? I got to tattle on myself a little bit here. This is the second time I've reviewed this game. I don't know what happened to the first video. You see, I was going to do it when I did Sub Search, and then I did Chopper Strike, and then I was going to do Tank Battle. Kind of like a land, sea, and air war theme or whatnot. But I lost Tank Battle, didn't realize I didn't make a video of it until later on when I was looking through my videos and went, wait, where's Tank Battle? And I was like, no, I missed it. I got to go back and talk about this great game. It is a sweet game, an awesome game. Now, I have a confession. When I first bought this game, I was worried. I said, oh no, did I spend money on a game that looks like garbage? Because I was thinking, this game doesn't look very cool. It looks kind of boring. I think I just paid for a garbage game. And I ended up loving it more than Chopper Strike and Sub Search, something I never thought I would because, you know, on the board, it doesn't have the cool features that Sub Search or Chopper Strike do, right? The clear tray, where you can play dual battles. I thought that was really neat when I first set it up. I was like, yeah. Got excited about Sub Search because it's 3 levels of basically battleship. Yeah. But then you put out Tank Battle, you go, meh. And then you start playing it. And you have the best time. And it is so much fun. So should you get Tank Battle? Well, like I said, if you can find it at a decent price on the cheap side, yeah, pick it up. It is kind of fun. What me and my buddies plan to do someday is have an all-out war. Maybe set up Sub Search, Chopper Strike, and Tank Battle all on the same table and start making moves. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. How crazy would that be, right? Maybe even sneak in Battleship for fun too. Who knows? But yeah, so Tank Battle, well worth your time. All right, gamers, that is all the time I have for now. Until next time, you know what to do. Game on!